Hello, folks. Welcome back to my channel. This is Horror Town, and I apologize because it's been a really long while since my latest horror movie review. I've been busy with a few things. All praises be to God. Everything is very good for me, and I'm very happy. But yeah, I just realized that it's been a while, long time no see. But today I have another horror movie review I have for you. More like a thriller actually, slash horror. Yeah, kind of like, fits the channel. So yeah, this is a horror film I've watched once in the past and I rewatched recently. And this movie is none other than the movie called The Glass House. Now, The Glass House is a 2001 horror film, thriller film, thriller, horror. You say potato, I say potato, whatever the whatever you the expression is. Apologize for that. But yeah, this is a movie that was released in 2001 and it was directed by Daniel Sackheim and it was written by Wesley Strick and it stars Lily Sobieski, Diane Lane, Stellan Skarsgård, as well as Bruce Dern. And this movie is basically takes place in in the United States, but I don't recall exactly where. It's a big country, right? But basically, it is centered around those two siblings, and basically a tragedy occurs, which I don't want to tell you what it is because I don't want to spoil the movie too much or anything. But their names are Ruby and Rhett Baker, right? The Bakers. And basically, they're going to be living with some, you know, they're going to be put under the guardianship of these people. They're, neighbors, I guess. And their names are Terry and Aaron Glass. The Glasses. Yes, I'm pretty sure that there's, it's kind of relevant to the title itself. Maybe it's a pun or something. The Glass House, the Glasses. Kind of interesting if you ask me. And basically, they're going to be living in Malibu, right? This is where it takes place. Malibu, California, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it Florida? I'm not sure. I think it's California. But yeah, they're going to be living there in that huge, glass house. And that's kind of on top of a hill. And you can see here on the movie poster, dig the artwork, by the way. I really love how, you have the young girl in the back, in the bottom right side corner. And then in the left top side corner, you have this kind of like a triangle of light, and you have the house standing there by itself on top of that big hill with these people, the owners of the house. You get, I guess you could say, you only see their figures, their shadows, and basically the sky is all cloudy, overcast. It's so beautiful. Love that scenery. But yeah, basically what happens is something is going to happen to them, and they're going to be living with this family, and they have, at first they're going to be sharing a room together. And those two siblings, I guess they get along, but they're also, well, they're kind of young, they're teenagers, but they kind of get on each other's nerves a bit. And the sister, she's kind of the more mature one, whereas her younger brother is kind of the more, yeah, like a goof or something. And he gets into, I guess you could say, certain things, that he shouldn't be getting into. And the sister, she's kind of the more, how can I say, the more reasonable one, right? So basically what happens is that everything seems to be okay at first on the onset of things, but it turns out later on that they think that those neighbors that they're living with might have some ulterior motives and might be up to, some things that the siblings are going to try to figure out. And yeah, it's not entirely clear what their intentions or their motives might be. But yeah, the older sister is starting to get very suspicious, and there's a lawyer whom she's gonna kind of confide in, I guess, and she's gonna try to understand what is what's this whole mystery surrounding this family, and what they could be, what could be there in in under the surface, so to speak, right? Apologize, kind of at a loss for words sometimes, but thank God I'm doing well, if I do say so myself, with my words. But yeah, so basically, at some point, they're gonna try to escape, and they're gonna believe that the family, these grown ups, might be the parents, the not the parents, the adoptive parents, I guess. The family is gonna be, there's gonna be something involving, the some money, and it might be that, they might have, this might have been the incentive, they had to, take them under their guardianship, their custody, and it might not have been out of the goodness of their hearts, right? So this is how it goes, more or less. At some point, they're gonna try and escape, and it's gonna be kind of, they're gonna try to, escape from this place, because they're gonna believe, especially the sister, that there might be something pretty twisted going around, right? And they're gonna try to, get away where they still can. So the glass house. This is pretty much how it goes. And also, there are some family secrets in there, especially the woman, the the wife. She might have been, she at some point, the older sister is gonna, see her doing something, which I'm not gonna spoil for you, but yeah, it might be quite not really good. And this might be another good reason why they have to get out as soon as possible, right? So The Glass House is a pretty good movie, a pretty good thriller. I really enjoyed it, especially the opening, the shocking scene, the twist, how it progresses, how it moves from one place to another. And I really enjoyed how it goes. It's a thrilling movie. It's very suspenseful. It's very engaging. I really, really enjoyed this film. So let's talk about the cast a bit before wrapping this up. So we have Lily Sobieski, as I told you, who plays Ruby Baker. We have, let me see if I can see faces. That should help me a bit. Yes, we have Diane Lane, who plays Aaron Glass, who was pretty good. Stellan Skarsgård plays Glass, sorry, the husband. Trevor Morgan plays Red Baker, the brother. I thought that Lily Sobieski as well as Trevor Morgan were pretty good as the main cast, especially since they were really, really young. Then we have Bruce Dern, who plays Beg Leiter, who is the lawyer, if I'm not mistaken. We have Kathy Baker, who plays Nancy Ryan, who's then we have Chris North, who plays Uncle Jack. Chris Nuff. And January Jones plays a girl. I'm just reading off here the cast list on Google, and you're free to check it out. But yeah, Kathy Baker. Who does she play? Who did she play again? Let me see here if I can find that more information. I believe that Kathy. Let me see. And here, I'm sorry, I should have been more prepared, I guess. She's a woman. I think she's gonna show up at some point. And let me see here. I'm so sorry about this. I'm not sure entirely. She's a woman with wasn't she with what was it, social service or something? I'm not sure. I apologize. She's gonna pay a visit to the family, that I remember, and you know on the premise that there might be something there for her to investigate. I think she's, yeah, working with social service, but I can't tell for a fact because I don't recall exactly what her position was. I apologize. I watched this movie a few months ago. We watched it. Yeah, maybe here. Yes, it doesn't say here, or I can see it. Yeah, There's going to be also something involving loan sharks. I didn't mention that, but it's interesting to the movie itself. I'm seeing here it's relevant. Yeah, I guess this is pretty much it. Yeah, so basically, this is how it goes. I really enjoyed it up to the very end with a big final twist, and something pretty big is going to happen. I really enjoyed the final twist, and there's going to be some car chasing scene involved. And I thought that this was awesome. But yeah, really enjoyed this movie for what it was. So we have, as I said, all these actors, and I thought that they did pretty well for themselves. I guess this is all there is to it. But yeah, if I were to rate this movie on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd definitely give it a solid 8. 8.5 out of 10. I think this would fit the bill. Really enjoyed The Glass House. I apologize if this review was kind of all over the place near the end. I tried to keep all of my facts straight, but sometimes it's difficult for me to remember everything. But yeah, my favorite actors, I told you who they were. Lily Sobieski, Dan Glass, Stellan Skarsgård, Trevor Morgan, Bruce Dern, and Baker. Kathy Baker, who later on played on the TV show called Medium, who's a pretty good actress, and especially in this movie where she plays Nancy Ryan, as I said. Perhaps I could find out who she is here very quickly. If I just type in her name. No real. Well, like I said, social worker. Yeah, this is what she was. Yeah, that's what. I wasn't so far off the mark now, was I? Thank you for watching. So really enjoyed it. 8.5 out of 10 for me for The Glass House. Really enjoyable thriller. What about you folks? What did you think about this movie called The Glass House? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Thank you for watching. And again, I apologize for the long delay in reviews, but I'm back now, God willing, and I'm planning on reviewing more movies. Thank you for watching. See ya.